Hello, this is Yahweasel. I don't get ASMR.
Me either.
Like, do you want to feel uncomfortable? Yes. Okay.
Sounds about right.
So is well, I guess end program doesn't have any points on it, so I guess 41 is the last actual challenge. So
and it's not gonna be as hard as the primary.
Yeah. So this should take less than half an hour.
Hooray! Less than half an hour.
I'm gonna let you read this.
Hey, check out this new office. We've really climbed the corporate ladder together.
Really looks very similar to the last office.
Thank you, my supervising skills truly are adequate. Your
adequate
skills
out
are
of 10.
pretty good too. Whatever it is you do over there. So, are you ready?
For each zero-terminated string in the inbox, sort the contents of the string, smallest first, biggest last, and put the results in the outbox. Repeat for each string. Also, we've given you some random chunk of program here?
They gave me some random chunk of program.
Does this program make any sense? What does it do?
I think it's part of the program.
Oh, okay. I was getting, stupidly confused because nothing was labeled, but...
Yeah.
Oh, right, and that's going to be the index, and okay.
Yes.
Okay,
and I'm actually going to call it the index. Maybe that's one of their ways of saying you're never going to need to store anything more than 19 things.
Oh, yeah. That could be a subtle indication that there is a limit on their evilness.
Yes. Anyway, so what I need to do is... Didn't I already do a bubble sort?
There was definitely a sort in the bonus stage.
So can't I just get that?
I feel like it was a simpler sort. I think it was like sort 3 numbers. Yeah, 3 sort.
But can't I use this as the skeleton?
Certainly, but I don't remember how sort of 3 specific it was.
Okay.
I think insertion sort might be a better bet.
Yeah, I don't like this because I do have a different case for each one.
Yeah. This is very 3 sorty, not
yes.
not general sorty.
Okay. So the idea here is that I want to plop all the numbers down.
Ah, so you're not going to do an insertion sort. So I think an insertion sort would be easier. I'm not convinced, but I think an insertion sort would be easier.
So you're saying that I should have a temporary storage variable. You're going to have to remind me what insertion sort is.
Insertion sort is every time you add a number to the list, you find where it should be added and then adjust the list to give you a slot there.
Right. Okay, so I want to put the first one down in 0 regardless.
And I'm not convinced that that'll be easier than bubble sort, but I feel like that'll be easier.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right because it's general. It doesn't depend on the length of the list at all.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
neither does bubble sort, really. But bubble sort is just going to be
in this kind of code.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So, but I do still want to.
Yeah. You still need a terminator, so you definitely want to get that 0 in there.
Yes. So it's doing all this stuff here already, and by all this stuff I mean all the code that it already has, which is fine. And I'm already copying it to the index, and I'm already jumping if 0, so that's all fine and dandy. And if it's not 0, then that's all fine too. But then, I need to get the next value from the inbox, and then I need to do fancy stuff. So the fancy stuff is...
So the code they've written copies the entire array without doing an insertion sort. So they seem to suggest copy then sort, which is not what I'm suggesting. Something.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't actually want... I mean, I do need to copy something.
I wonder if there's a phone version of Human Resource Machine. It would be a very phone-playable game. Basically, I'm just wondering whether I can play all the way through to here and then get this done before you do.
Yes. No, you can't, is the answer to that question. So I'm actually going to keep the code they have in just for now, but I am going to make a lot of big changes to it. So
there is a phone version. It is $6.49 Canadian.
$6.49 Canadian. That's like
$5.
$3. $1 American.
Yeah, it's $6.49 Canadian, which, you know, is roughly equal to pesos.
65 cents American. 6.5 cents American. It's like yen. Because they never. All right, so I do want to. Okay, so I don't want to copy it to the index. What I want to do is check if. Well, but I need to know that there's. Okay, so I need an index. Okay, so I still need an index, but the index in this case is going to be the value that I'm currently looking at, right? Rather than the last value in the list.
As in the insertion index.
Yes, exactly. So it is an index, it's just an insertion index. So instead of copying that value in the inbox to that index, well, first of all, I need a first case. And I'm going to assume there's no 2 zeros in a row, because if there's 2 zeros in a row, that's stupid.
Well, I mean, it's a zero-terminated list, so 2 zeros in a row would mean an empty list.
Yes, but that would also throw off the code that I'm about to write.
Would it? Okay.
Because I need to copy a first value into.
I mean, I would. Okay. I would suggest zero terminating your list in memory.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And then your first value is 0.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Maybe I don't see what you're saying. Well, yeah, because I thought I saw what you're saying, but now I don't think I do.
So the thing is, if you start by copying a value, and again, this is if you want to do insertion sort, and I think insertion sort will be easier, but I'm not 100% convinced.
Yeah.
If you want to do insertion sort, your first step is going to be looking for where to insert it.
Yes.
And you need to know when to stop looking. So you still need a terminator, either a terminator or a
I see what you're saying.
Size variable. Right.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so I want to copy this value from the inbox anyway, and then I'm going to okay. So my yes. Okay, that's cool. So let me go ahead and okay. So let me do that then as a. I feel like something's wrong here. Because I still need to check if I'm at the 0. Okay, so yeah, that's fine.
Do. Okay, that just went away.
Yes, it did. But I'm sitting here confused.
So I mean, if you'd rather do a bubble sort, do a bubble sort.
No. The problem is that I have the idea of the code in my head, but there's a couple little details that I'm still trying to work out. So basically, the idea is I want the list of numbers to grow from index 0 to the right. And I want it to be in order as I place it down. And I want a 0 at the end of that, basically. So, in other words, I'm going to start with a 0. I mean, my two options for knowing when to stop searching through the list that I have in memory are either 1, to have a 0 termination at the end of the list, or 2, to have both an index for where I am in the list right now and an index for how long the list currently is.
Right.
And it sounded like to
Which
me you were
isn't really an index, it's a size, but whatever, yeah.
Yeah. But it sounded like to me you were suggesting I have a 0 termination for the list.
Yes, I think that will make the looping
But the only
easier.
way I can think to do that is to copy the 0 into the 0th slot initially.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that's what you were suggesting.
I just, what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it, but I mean, technically I could also do it this way. It's the same thing.
Yes.
I'm going to do that way because that way I don't have a hard variable or a hard address in there yet. Okay.
Such an absurd excuse.
It is. Okay, so now I can. Now I can take the value from the inbox, but I still need to.
So I foresee still needing one extra slot that's an actual variable, not part of the array storage.
Yeah, I thing is, based on the variables that I have now, I still don't see how it's possible, and that's what I'm trying to. That's the hurdle that I'm trying to get past in my head, because I still need to check if I'm at that 0 terminated at that 0 terminated list. Well, so there's 2 0 terminations going on. There's one, the list in the inbox is 0 terminated.
Yeah.
And 2, the list in memory is 0 terminated.
Yeah.
And so I need a way to say that, am I at the 0 in memory yet?
Yep.
And
which should all of any insertion sort should be happening between lines 5 and 6, with 6 not being correct at all, really.
between lines 5 and between yes. So I will need to bump up the index, but not there. Or is it there?
Yeah. Yes, obviously. The index won't just stay 0 indefinitely.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. The thing is, right now I'm not paying too much attention to this code yet, because I'm thinking about the process rather than the code.
The first paragraph of Wikipedia on row is insane.
Well, go ahead and read it for the viewers.
Row, or hard row, is the fully ripe internal egg masses in the ovaries, or the released external egg masses, so they can be released,
Okay.
of fish and certain marine animals, such as shrimp, scallop, and sea urchins. As a seafood, roe is used both as a cooking ingredient in many dishes and as a raw ingredient, like all seafood. The row of marine animals, which they've just said it's only marine animals, such as the row of the lumpsucker, hake, is it hake? Hake, that.
I don't know, yeah, hake, I think, actually.
Salmon is an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acid. Oh, maybe they mean marine as opposed to river? No.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Maybe? Yeah.
Roe from a sturgeon, or sometimes other fish, is the raw base product from which caviar is made. So caviar is not the same as roe. It is something that is divined from roe.
Oh, that's weird. I don't really know how that works.
It is
so what's
pasteurized.
soft? So I thought like urchin or something was soft roe. What's soft roe?
Oh, soft. The term soft roe or white roe denotes fish milt, and then we click through milt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I know what milt is. Milt is semen.
Milt is semen.
Okay, so soft roe is semen, and hard roe is eggs. Good to know. Okay, so yes, all the code is going to need to be in here, like you were saying, and I do want to check if this value in the inbox is 0, because that's going to be the termination of my
list. What's bizarre about this, so surely the term milt is only ever used if it's food, and otherwise it's called semen. Like
no.
Really?
Milt is what they call it.
Is it called roe when you're not using it as food?
No. I don't think anybody uses. I don't know that that milt is ever used in a dish, but if it is, it's probably called roe in the dish. But it's called milt when it's just,
right, it's called soft roe.
Yeah, I guess it's called soft roe when it's used in food.
So just to be clear, the Wikipedia page on milt describes what it is in one paragraph, has only one subsection, and that subsection is milt as food. So it is used as food, obviously.
Okay, so if it is used as food, it's called soft roe then, but otherwise it's called milt. Nobody ever calls it fish semen.
And the Japanese for it is apparently shiroko, meaning white children.
White something. White what?
White
children. Yeah, cool. Yeah. I could have told you that. As opposed to pink children for the row? I don't know. Okay, so I'm still there's still one thing I'm confused about, but let me do something. So let me just ignore the thing I'm confused about for now. Let me just do the case where I'm not at the end of the zero yet. Yeah, I'm not at the zero in memory yet. So what I need to do is subtract the value at the address of the index. Okay, so I actually want to copy this. Okay. So I do need a storage, I think. Right?
Well, yes. The current version I have in my head needs one more than you currently have.
Yeah.
One more variant.
That's what I'm thinking, but I'm going to get there when I get there. Okay, so now I can copy this from the storage. Oops.
I was just thinking whether other eggs are ever boiled, but of course, boiled quail egg is a
other bird eggs
amongst
certainly
extremely rich people.
Yes, certainly other bird eggs are. I don't know if any lizard eggs or amphibian eggs are ever boiled.
I mean, so what is the term? Amniote? Is that the term I'm looking for? That
is a word. Yes.
Any amniotic egg ought to be able to
be boiled,
right? Because I mean, it just needs a hard shell so that it can, protect the inside and make it do that. Well, time to Google boiled lizard egg. You keep writing a program. I'm going to look into whether people eat lizard eggs.
All right, so I'm copying from the storage. I'm subtracting the value at the index, and seeing if that's negative. And if that's... All right, so... Let me do this for now. I'll figure out what to do with this in a minute.
This is like the first result is somebody's YouTube video of them boiling lizard eggs. This individual has a truly amazing mustache, and then the next results are all like, are lizard eggs poisonous? Like there's just
It's okay, so if I have the 98 in here, then
why would you assume they're poisonous? Lizards aren't poisonous. People eat lizards. I mean, some lizards are poisonous, but...
So, I need to go to the inbox again. That's right. Okay. So, if I copy to the storage, then if it's 0... Okay, so yeah, that's fine. So, copy the value from the storage. It's the 98 in this case. Subtract the value at the index, which in this case is 0. So that's what I need to do.
Snail caviar. I've heard that term before.
That's true. I have heard that
eggs.
before.
Yeah.
It's a mollusk. I need to check if the value at the index is 0 still. But where do I do that? That's the problem.
Oh, you know what? I've heard of ant eggs being used essentially as a seasoning.
Oh, yeah, I think I have too, but I forgot all about that. Yes, so... Okay.
And those are roasted.
Let me just continue with my thought. So let's say I have the 98 here already. Let's say I'm already in the case that the 98 is in the 0 slot. I have the 0 in the 1 slot, and now I've grabbed the 38. I'm copying that to the storage. That's fine. Taking the 38 out of storage, subtracting the value at the index, which is 98. If it's negative, then I actually need to swap the order. In other words, I need to push everything back.
Yep. Yep.
And so I do... this is kind of ugly. Yeah, so if it's not negative, then I can go on to the next index. So I guess I'll just bump up index and jump. That's fine.
Except that what you're sitting in your... Well, that's definitely the wrong place to jump to.
Yes, you're right. That is the wrong place to jump to.
And thus I've given up on this number entirely. To hell with it.
Let's see. Copy to storage. Yeah, here.
Right. So
Okay,
now
so
you're
I
finding the right place.
What's that?
Now you have found the right place, modulo dealing with the 0.
Yes, and I do want to deal with the 0, but...
I feel... I'm starting to think, because of the particular operations it gives you, it might have been easier to go right to left than left to right, actually.
Yeah, I agree, because I'm going to have to... The 0 at the end...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I can... For that, that's pretty easy. I can just copy from the value at the index and subtract the storage. Not the value at storage. Or not the value at address storage.
I mean, that doesn't make you go right to left yet.
No, but I haven't inserted anything yet. Okay, I see what you're saying. Because I need to bump down the index now. So I actually just need to...
Well, but you would also need to have started the index.
Yeah, I know, I understand that. But I can worry about that.
I was just musing. I wasn't necessarily suggesting you modify the entire program.
No, but I agree. I was thinking that the whole time.
Because with that, it'll be... I would say you basically don't even need the 0. Like, it would be... Now, because you could check whether the index is negative, you could have a size and start from size and work your way down.
Agreed.
And that way there's no 0 check, but you also don't need to subtract the size. You can just check if it's negative.
That sounds much better to me as well, because that I can wrap my head around much better.
Yeah.
Like the 0 termination in the memory, I know there's a way to do that with this code, but...
Well, you would have to get it out and check it, whereas since there is no check this memory value against the... so having a negative index is a much clearer ending state.
Okay, so I don't want to copy that there at the beginning. I do... Okay, so I want to copy from 0, and no, I don't need to copy that anymore. That's fine. I do want to... I don't want to copy from 0. What's 0 being used for now?
What's your size when you start?
0. Copy to size. Yes, cool. All right. So I actually want to start at size...
I mean, you might actually want to start at... Not have its size so much as last valid index and start at size -1. But
yeah. So, actually... I could just bump that down.
Bump down the size. Remember when we said this was going to be less than half an hour?
So much for that.
Pretty optimistic.
Yes, that was very optimistic. Okay, so copy from 0, copy to size.
Let's just see whether I'm faster doing this as a shell script.
Well, I could probably do it faster in a lot of different languages. I could do this faster in a lot of real programming languages. It's just this that's making it a challenge. But I mean, that's
the point.
Part of the point of the game.
It would be pretty ridiculous to make the same game, but you could use any programming language. Most of them are one line of code.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so now, so I'm grabbing the value from the inbox. Okay, let me now check what I'm doing down here. So, copy from the index.
I've got an idea. They should just do this game, but you can only use COBOL. And so, even though you probably can do it quite briefly in COBOL, since no one knows or remembers COBOL.
Okay, so what am I missing up here? Oh yeah, so I'm missing two things. I'm missing what to actually do if the value is negative. So missing the actual, moving stuff around bit, and I'm missing the check to see if the index is negative.
Yep.
And actually, the check to see if the index. Okay, that's.
You
fine.
also haven't copied it all to the output yet.
Yeah. But that is easy, I think.
That might actually be a time to just add a zero index so that you can copy it more easily.
Yeah, I'll worry about that when I get there. Okay, so I'm not bumping up the size yet. I can do that down here. I'll worry about the rest of that stuff later.
You really can only bump up the size once you've put it there. But
Yeah. I'll worry about that later. But I just want to remind myself that that's where size is changing. And I need to check. When do I need to check if the index is negative?
Immediately after pumping it down?
I guess so, yeah. So if it's negative, then that means that...
Timed output. No. That means that it belongs right at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Which means that I'm going to actually go down here. That's fine, yeah, because either way, my index is going to be... either way, my index is going to be where I'm basing my
Yeah, you have to bump up the index regardless, so...
Yeah. And I actually need to do that here, I think. Do I need to do it first? I think I need to do it first.
I feel like this game would be improved if there was some tool to label parts of your code that do specific things. So, oh, look at that! Hey, what's that tool?
Okay, yeah. No, you're not wrong. Okay, so this is the section where I move
or
insert.
Make room. Yeah. Insert, you mean?
Yes.
Or is it insert?
A la Colbert.
It's where you answer.
Oh, okay.
Insert.
This up here is... Well, I know what that is. Let's grab the next value. This in here is what? Copy from... Okay, so this is where I'm checking.
This is the check, yeah.
Yeah.
Or find.
I'm going to call it check. This here... Okay, so if it's... Yeah, this is fine. So in both of these cases, I want to insert. Okay, so now I think I just want to insert at this point and then output, obviously.
Yep.
I think insert is the only part that I need.
Well, insert and then loop, of course, and then output when you're done. But...
Okay. Yeah.
I sort of interpreted that as meaning you want to insert and output one. What you meant was you need to write the code for inserting and write the code for outputting.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I meant. So what I want to do is I want to start by copying from the size value, the size variable. I need another variable, don't I?
Yeah, kind of looks like you do. Because there's the index you're counting down to and the index. Because you really need to start from the right, not the left.
Yep, exactly. So this is insert index.
You don't want to call it index 2?
Nope.
Also index?
Insindex. So...
Insindex.
It's like incinerate. Okay, so I've bumped up the index. Actually, do I want to do that after or before?
I just realized sin is left and dex is right.
Oh, yeah.
Sin, dex.
I kind of hate you for... Okay, so there's a... Yeah, so if I'm in the first case, or say I'm at the second number, I'm at 38 here on the left.
Yep.
So I have the 98 already down. Actually, the 38 is not a good example because... Well, it's... No, because it's going to go after.
Yeah, it'll end up at -1. So.
Yeah. So let me assume that the 98 and 38 are already in. Then the 52 comes in. It's at 0. Okay, so no, I'm counting from the right down, right? Okay. So I'm starting. Ooh. Okay, that's probably. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so at my current stage, my size is 2.
Yep.
And so I want to start.
Were we using size as last valid index? So your size is 1.
Yes. Size. Okay. Yeah. Size is 1. Correct. So size is 1. So I actually do want to call this last valid.
I feel like just size -1 would be clearer, because now it's just like scribble, squiggle.
Size -1.
Size minus Lin's index.
Lin's, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Okay, so now my size -1 is... Okay, so I'm actually
size
still
minus
not...
Lin's index.
Yes, I'm still not using that value, but I feel like I should be using it up here somewhere. I feel like that's where I should be starting, because I'm bumping the index down.
Well, yeah. I mean,
because I haven't copied it to the index.
Yeah.
Yet.
You haven't yet started you haven't done your loop initialization. No.
Yeah. So where do I do that? I need to do that here, I think. Yeah. So before I can do it before or after the inbox call. I think.
Yeah. I mean, they don't affect each other.
Copy from size minus. See, this is another case where I'm holding it in the first case, but I'm still going to need to do this probably. This copy.
Yeah, because there's just no way you're going to accidentally.
Unless I happen to be
value.
holding it at the end, but and then copy that to the index. Okay, that's what I was missing. This was one thing that was throwing my mind off quite a bit. So
okay,
now,
I assumed you just hadn't gotten to that yet, but okay.
Yeah, well, I was like, I feel like I should be using the size values already, and I haven't done it yet. But now I am. Okay. So now I'm back down here again, and checking if I want to bump the index before or after. So now I have the 9838 here, and I'm starting here at the size -1, which is the 38. And then the 52 is greater than that, so I move over to the 0. My index is now 0, and my 52 is smaller than my 98, so that's where I'm going to insert it. But that means I actually want to do the bump plus first. So what this is going to be now, this index value here, is going to be the index that I'm actually inserting into. So it's moved from a countdown index to a insert index, but that's fine. And so what I want to do is copy from the last value. So I actually want to start with a so I want to start from copy from size -1, and that is where I'm starting, and I have to.
That's your in left right in left right. It's just called in left right.
Okay, I don't know that terminology.
It's your insertion index in left right. In sin degs.
Oh, right. Okay, I
we
forgot
already
about that.
established that.
Yes. Okay. So now
last time when we were talking about the sinister minstrels in
yes, I remember that.
And I
left-handed minstrels.
I was calling them left-handed minstrels and going back and forth between sinister and left-handed. I got a comment that was like, "What do you have against left-handed people?"
Nice. Just in case any viewers aren't aware, but sinister, the root of the word sinister is literally left-handed.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And the adjective dexter
Yes, it's from
means
right-handed.
And dexter is not a very common. You can say my dexter side, but it's essentially an unused word. But it does mean right. So the word dexter actually means right, not as in correct, but as in the opposite of left. Yeah. Sinister never means left, but it does mean left. That is, in Latin, sinister is left.
So here's my biggest problem right now. I need to take this value and insert it to the next index. So what I'm saying is I'm copying from here.
Yep.
But then I need to copy it to that value plus 1.
Ew, I see. And right, because you don't have a bump that doesn't fuss with everything else.
Exactly.
That's unfortunate. We're getting more sort of temporary storages than we wanted.
Exactly. Ind plus.
That's not the thing you need to store temporarily.
I could also, that's what I initially thought, but I guess it's probably better to store, just call this temp, and just store what I have in my hand.
I don't think you even could store well, I guess, you could store it sort of ahead of time. And
that's what I was thinking, but no, this works just as, this is like exactly the same.
Yeah.
And then copy copy, and then I want to bump up. I do want to do it that way, actually, because I don't want to bump up the insert index value. Because I'd just be bumping it right back down.
I am going to
call this
okay.
Int plus 1, and do this ahead of time.
In left D.
So bump.
In left D plus 1.
No, I don't want to bump that. I just want to copy this to insert index plus 1.
I would really confuse people if I just started using the word sinister to mean left.
Yeah. Take a, go straight for a little while. At the third block, take a sinister. I don't think that fits.
Turn sinisterly.
There you go, turn sinister.
Take a sinister turn.
Yes, make
a sinister turn.
Make a hard sinister turn. All right, copy to... Yeah.
It's a sinister. Oh dang it! This would have been cleverer if I had remembered the turn I was going for. What's a very tight turn? Why am I not?
Very tight turn.
Yes, that. Well, whatever. It's a sinister 1. I can't remember the term for an extremely tight turn.
Okay, so the other thing is, so I want to check here if this value is greater, if the index, if this value is smaller than the index. Because if it's smaller than the index, then I want to stop.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I need to subtract index and see if it's negative. And then I already know that I need to change something
Maybe I should just call left-handed people sinister.
Yeah. I'll worry about what to do here in just a minute. But I do now need to copy from...
I like the notion of combining dexterous of the modern meaning, dexterity, with sinistrous meaning left. So somebody who is left-handed is sinistrous dexterous. No one watching this, if they've even gotten this far, finds this anywhere near as amusing as I do.
Yeah. You are quite amused by
But
yourself.
I really like the idea of left-handed people being sinistrous dexterous.
All right. So now we want to jump.
Or just sinister dexterous.
We want to jump back to...
Or just sin dexterous. Now, how can I combine this whole series of thoughts with hard-boiled row?
I don't know. You tell me. So here, copy from this index. This section in here. I have so much copies to and copies from. There's some way to make it nicer, but
I can't believe I haven't Googled hard-boiled row yet.
Yeah, why haven't you done that?
Because all it ever finds is hard row, and then somewhere else some mention of the concept of boiling.
Yes. All right. Is this right? Is this right? This is already so hideous. I don't like this at all.
Oh, it's gonna be a mess. There's no,
no two ways about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like, bubble sort would be kind of equally gross, just for different reasons.
Yeah. So
I mean, it is the final challenge, so.
Yeah. That's true.
The final challenge. Do.
I bumped the size up by 1. Okay, so there's still one major thing that I haven't done, which is to output.
Yes.
And here is where I'm checking if the value is 0. So that's where I need to output.
Yep.
And so...
And restart the entire loop, of course.
Yes, exactly. And that part's easy. Do I go all the way back up to the top? Yes.
Yep. Because your size -1 indeed resets.
Yeah. And so I'll actually have leftover bits.
Yeah. You'll have garbage in there, but it doesn't matter because you're not going to touch the garbage.
Exactly.
Don't touch the garbage.
I have a size -1 index. Okay, so this is where I output then, and I want to output from smallest to largest, so I actually start with the size. So let's copy from size -1, copy to, let's just call this now, this is our index. That's fine. And then we'll work from there.
Can you scroll up a couple lines?
There's probably something wrong in here.
I feel like you never bumped down your insertion index.
You're right. I never bumped down my insertion index.
I was thinking about it because I was thinking you could just store the insertion index and the insertion index +1 at the same time and just bump both of them down as you go.
Right, right.
Rather than sort of fussing around and copying back and forth. But since you never moved your insertion index anyway...
Who needs to do that? Now, let's see. I need to do that once.
Just copy this value next to itself eternally until the end of time.
I just need to do that right. Do I have to do a copy from first?
Why?
Oh, no. Bump just automatically works, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Bump down works.
Yeah.
Is that where I want it? I think that's where I want it.
Right, where is your check? God, I'm just looking at the lines on the right, and it's like, where is the check? Here. Oh, yeah, right there. Okay, yes. Yep, okay. I'm convinced.
Yeah, me too, except
it's always going to be in your insertion index anyway, so there's no reason to do the extra copy. Yeah.
Yes. Cool. That's exactly what I was thinking too. Okay, so now
it's always going to be in your insertion index.
I knew
the insertion index is always going to be in your hand.
Yes. All right, so the audience may not have known that, but I knew what you meant.
Yes.
Okay, because I was thinking the same thing.
I am convinced that the audience is totally following the program.
Oh, for sure.
They're 6 steps ahead of us.
For sure.
They're screaming at their screen.
So now I just need to do the actual...
Or they're in the other room boiling row.
So what I want to do, yes, I would boil row. I want to copy from index.
The thing is, it's going to be very... I don't own one of those stupid, lazy hard boiling things. If I did, it would be very difficult to avoid hard boiling row later today. But I feel like even if it worked, your neighbors wouldn't be very happy with you.
Yeah, certainly not. There's still one thing in here that I'm missing, which is to check if the index is less than 0.
egg salad made with fish eggs. Oh, God. I don't think well, no, I've definitely had roe, but not, like, on its own, only as part of, you know, sushi or something of similar description. So I don't have a good sense of what roe actually tastes like. I assume fishy.
Yeah, I assume fishy as well. Okay, so I think this is right. So I had the jump at the end here, but I don't think that's necessary. I think I just need to, once the index that I'm counting down on is back to, is below 0, then that's the end of the outputting section, and then I can just jump up here. Back up to the beginning.
I suppose, are you outputting right to left?
Yes, because I need to.
Oh, it needs to be in reverse order.
Yes,
Oh,
it needs
okay.
to be smallest to largest. Yeah.
Didn't you sort it lower?
It needs to be smallest to largest, and I sorted it with the largest on the left.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd sorted it with the largest on the right, but whatever.
No. At least I think I sorted it with the largest on the left. There's like 8 places this is gonna break.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
There's the first. Okay, so it's because I'm trying to store it into index because I'm not doing the bump up.
The jam.
Oh yeah, because I have start with size 0. That's the problem.
Oh right. Yeah. We had this.
So,
yeah, but
here.
size has had multiple meanings over the course of its horrific life.
Yeah. So now the size -1, index needs to start at the value of that plus.
I'm betting
one,
that the main purpose of them putting this program last is to make you think that, like, functions are a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to bump up index here, I think. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, I think that'll work. Oh, no, it won't.
I feel like...
No, it won't. It won't. What I need to do is I need to somehow check if the size is negatives, and only do this check once it's not negative.
Well, but I thought we had to sort of universally bump up the index to do the...
Down here.
Yeah. So why is it not... Yeah, because we start by bumping up the index if it's...
Well, when we're inserting, yeah.
But it should always be an insertion. Oh, did it not... Oh, it didn't even get to that. Right,
No, it didn't. No. Yeah, that's the thing.
Right. Yeah, you have to just skip
here,
directly to... Okay, yeah.
We're on the check step, and it's because I can't check a number. My first number... I forgot about this. I said I'll deal with this later, and then I didn't.
Yeah, right.
Because my first number, I'm not going to check it against anything. I need to put in a first number first. And this was where you're talking about ending the string with a 0.
Yeah, because then there would always be something there. Yeah.
But in this case, there's not. So I need to just do the copy, like a first case, basically.
Yeah. In fact, you could just...
I think I can just
if we
do that up
assume
here.
that it's never going to give us an empty list.
Yeah. I think I can just do that up here, right?
So I was going to suggest you can not even bump down size -1 and just copy, the first one, just copy it directly in. And that way you save a little bit of code, too. Well, maybe you don't ultimately save code because you have an extra copy going on, but whatever. Must not use magic numbers. Somehow it's better to copy to bracket Z
the address of the 0
rather
value. Exactly. Okay, so alright, so I'm doing that first, that's fine. And okay, let's just see what happens.
It didn't actually insert. One problem with your insertion algorithm, it doesn't insert.
Oops.
It clearly found the right place because it did the copying, but it didn't...
Yeah. So this is why I actually can't do this, because at the end, I still need to insert. So copy from storage, copy to I think I need to bump up index first.
Did we not already bump up index?
Not here. No, because this index is a different index. I'm storing it in index, but it's a different index.
Great. Yes.
Yeah. So I need to bump that up, I think.
I'm unconvinced, but I'm willing to believe you.
I am also unconvinced, but I'm also willing to believe myself.
Good for you.
Still didn't put the 19 in there.
What?
I should have checked on why I didn't do that. Let me go through this again. Okay, so I keep hitting stop thinking, it'll...
Thinking it means pause.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
to single step mode.
I need to hit this button. Okay. 92 is there. Insert index does need to be... Wait a second. I thought I bumped up the insert index.
Well, no. You
Oh
should be
no, I
bumping
didn't bump
down
up the insert index. No, sorry. But yeah. So, insert index is 0.
Yeah, this is why I thought you didn't need to bump up the index, but...
Okay.
Because the index, ironically, is the place you want to insert it to, which makes insert index a rather unfortunate name, because insert index is the index being used within the insert process.
Yeah.
So, like, this
Okay.
I think was right.
So that's fine, but here's the problem right here. So, I bumped down the insert index.
Right, which is fine, and now you jump forward, and now if the insert index...
Oh, right. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of...
It's just that around line 28 is where
Yeah,
you should be doing the insertion, but
Yeah.
it went somewhere weird.
Yeah, it went somewhere weird.
I'm not sure what the check at line 32 is for, so I can't say. I don't know.
That
I'm
is
unclear on where that's coming from.
to check if I am to the left of something, maybe. I don't know. I don't no longer remember.
Well, let's take
Okay.
37 through 39 and put them up there. Move your jump if negative, jump back to where it was before.
Do I need to bump up index now? I don't think I do now.
No. I never thought that
Yeah.
was right.
Well, yeah, I know, but I've changed what index is down here, is what I'm saying.
I see what you mean. But I think that's... Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with this and see what happens.
I mean, it's going to break somewhere, but...
Yeah.
So far, so good. So far, so good.
Oh,
See,
you're right.
I did think
yes.
it went from left to right. I was very confused.
I don't know why I thought it was the other way around. So yeah, I need to go the other way around down here then. So instead of copying
it's going
from...
to be
Okay,
much
that's what
more
I'm saying.
complicated to go the other way around down there than inserting them in the opposite order.
What's that?
So going from left to right there will involve comparing your index against size, which is annoying because of the no jump if greater than. Whereas if you just change the insertion, if you just change the insertion, then that should.
Well,
be
how do
simpler.
I?
Well, it's not the insert code because it's deciding where to insert. It's the check code.
Right. So, here.
Yeah, it should be.
Then I need to
copy.
Bump. No, I still need to bump down. Yeah. Okay, so copy from storage sub index, like so.
Yeah, which I believe is how it was before, but
it was. And then I
there
changed
was
it.
like 6 things reversed, and they all needed to reverse in the correct way.
Okay, well, let's see what happens here.
I mean, yeah, something might yet break, but I think that's the concept we want. So far, so good.
Mm-hmm.
I get the distinctive feeling that we're not going to be very happy about the amount of code this any of the award states here.
Yeah, and the problem is it's on the right path, on the not on the one of the left optional paths.
Yeah. That was my thought as well.
We determined bad things about that.
Unhappy things.
Yep.
Abner. I would think that they would try to form, suggestive words that happen to be in alphabetical order, but instead they went with Abner. It's too bad that this is the fastest it goes.
Yep.
The fact that at the fastest it goes, we're like, it's kind of taking a while, suggests that the number of moves is not going to be a victory for us.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that
I think we're in with a chance on the number of lines
there's
of
a
code,
chance,
but
I do feel like there are a couple. I think that there are a couple places where I probably didn't have to do two things in a row.
Yeah.
2 things in a row. If it's close, then we can figure it out.
And if it's not close, then we have to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Were there 2 14s in there? I guess there were 2 14s in there.
It can have 2 14s in it. Doesn't bother me none.
I thought there was supposed to be a 95. Oh, there is. Yeah, it's inserting that right now. Okay.
Man, look at her run about with her no longer green hair.
14s.
Can you sort this single 89 for me, please?
Well, that is an important, to make sure you can sort one long lists. It's not green. It's 4
so
steps too
close!
long.
So close! I did think we were in with a chance on size challenge. I'll bet that we are in the, there's just a couple places where we copied something that we already had, or...
The question is, do we want to deal with it or not?
We're on the right path!
Yep.
Let's, take
Give it a look over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so here. When I'm jumping back up here...
Is it always storage that you have there? No,
No.
it could be the index.
Is there a way to make that not the case?
Well, I mean, even as such, it's, it's a modified storage. Even, in no case is it the storage. It's just junk most of the time. Because you copy from storage and then sub the
Yes.
whatever you're looking at. I think this code is pretty tight.
I could add that back, but... Yeah, this is probably where it gets...
I was thinking if you actually kept both of the insertion indices at the same time and bumped both of them down, I'm not 100% convinced that that's going to be less code, but it feels like it should be.
Yeah, no, I think
you're
all
this extra copying to and from the... well, you'll definitely want to do those in the opposite order, but...
You mean like that?
Yes.
That doesn't make any difference.
But we jump... Oh, we jump in... Never mind. I thought we checked the insertion index immediately.
Yeah, no.
I guess we
but now that means that I don't have to do this part. Yeah, that does get rid of those.
Well, except you still need to initialize it somewhere.
Yes.
You haven't initialized it. So you're going to have to, after the copy to insertion index, also copy to insertion index plus 1. You can remove line 21, by the way. And well, now 22.
Get there in just a second. Copy to insertion index plus 1. But then I have to
bump that up,
Up.
See, it's those two inserts that make me not 100% convinced that we're going to be shorter, but I think we're at least one shorter with that change. And I think that this should not have...
Wait, you said I can get rid of this?
Yes, of course you can. That's a copy from followed by an immediate copy from.
Oh. No, this is a copy from the... Oh, yeah.
Copy from, and then get rid of that value and copy something else.
Yeah. Okay, so... That may have saved one step. There's got to be a way to do this without two what I'm calling insert indices, though. Doesn't there?
In this machine language, I'm unconvinced.
God, it's so hideous.
It's pretty bad.
Could I Could I
don't
use
suppose
size
you remember
somehow?
what our goal is. Was it 75?
No. It was 4 less than what I had before. It was 34, so I still have 38. It's the same.
It was 34? You haven't... No, we've removed at least one.
I mean, I could go through the whole thing again if you want. I'm pretty sure it was... maybe it was 35. Maybe. In any case... Yeah, because I added these 2 lines, and I added this line, and how many did I remove? Did I remove 4?
Yes.
Move 3 in here, and I must have removed 1 somewhere else, maybe?
Well, there was the one up above that we... Didn't we get rid of something? I don't even...
I don't know either. But I think... Okay, so I'm wondering if there's a clever way to use size, or size minus 1 in this case, rather than insert index plus 1. Like, bump down the size, and then somehow...
But, I mean, we need to
back
preserve
up.
the size, yeah, because the size is still...
Wait, this is the... Yeah, you're right. We do need to.
I mean, yeah, we still... There is a case in which we don't need to preserve the size, which is this happens to be the last one. Well, no, even then, we still need to start from the size.
Wait a second. Also, here I'm subtracting...
Yes?
The index... From what? What am I subtracting it from?
The insertion index. So you're checking whether you're done yet.
But I'm doing it right
moving.
now from the insertion index plus 1.
Ew, that's a good point. But that, yeah, because of bump
that
plus.
doesn't help.
Oh, piff. No! I mean, not only does that not help, but that's now utterly wrong, of course.
Well, but I could make... Okay, but I could make this jump of 0?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because we're obviously always eventually going to get to the point where it's 0.
Yeah.
Right, so now we just always carry around the insertion index plus 1, which is fine.
Yes.
It's a nightmare.
So all this down here I think is pretty tight, too.
Copy to index bumbles. Are there
Except
multiple?
this, maybe. Where is that jumping from? No, that's fine. Where is that jumping from? Okay, it's whatever's in storage.
Right, so that's if
yeah,
we're
that's
at...
going to be 0, literally 0, so I have to do that.
Right, because that's where we start counting from the right down.
What about
I guess
here?
at that point, so at 32, you could use size minus 1 as your index instead of index.
Right. Yes, that's a good point. Yeah. So this, I was saying here I'm using index differently, but you're right. I could just use size minus 1 instead.
Yes. So.
Yeah. So that's a very good point. So instead of copying from the index, I can copy from size minus 1, and then I can bump down size minus 1.
Right.
Yeah. In fact, if I bump down size minus 1, now size minus 1 is going to already be -1 at the end, right?
Yes.
And so I can move this. Ooh,
I mean...
No, I can't. Because I still need to put 0 in
yeah, there still needs to be the initialization somewhere. The initial initialization, like you might be able to...
This would solve steps in the actual program. What I could do is I could down here, or here, jump if negative, jump to the bottom, say bump up size minus 1, and then move that up, move the new, or put a new jump
but
at the end.
That's not the thing we're trying to save here.
Exactly. So never mind about that. So that's one step I think I just saved.
Yes.
So that might be 2 total. So I really feel like if there's a way we can get this section in here, this insert section, I think that there is a way to make it shorter.
Can we? And I'll fast forward the video. Can we run it again so that we can actually write down what the the goal is? Okay, it was 34. You were right.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I said 75. So.
Right. I knew that was wrong, obviously. Okay, so here's the deal. So what I'm thinking is, in insert right now, we are... Okay, so...
Sorry, 75. That's really bad.
Yes, it is.
I just say numbers sometimes.
Sometimes you just say numbers. Okay, so we have 3 places that we're using it still, so we can't really overwrite that in any meaningful way. So...
I'm trying to think whether there's some kind of hideous swap trick you can do to start from the index and work your way up.
Right.
And there definitely are such hideous swap tricks you can do. You would need yet another variable. Or I suppose you wouldn't then need the insertion index plus 1, so you could use that. Yeah. But I don't know if it would be shorter. Maybe it would.
Maybe
it doesn't involve the subtraction against index
here
every time.
We have
but the thing is, then you're going to have to
times.
check it against size every time. And checking against size...
We'll take at least one more
similar.
step.
I mean, it's just a sub and then a jump if negative. I don't know.
I do feel like that might be the right thing to do because of all these bump statements that wouldn't be necessary then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to call this... Wait. Can I just use storage? What do we have? No, because we still have the number in storage.
Yeah, because you're still going to have to insert this. There's a lot of things that are sort of equivalent to our global operation, but for the local operation of sliding something aside.
So this I'm going to call...
Sinister storage. Sinister me? Oh, that is an S, okay. It shows like Ginister? Minstrels. Good, that's,
okay, so
unconvinced that minstrels is a useful descriptor of our thing. But
no, it's certainly not. Okay, so I do want to start by bumping the index up, but now instead of copying from size -1, I don't want to do that. I want to copy from... I didn't need to do that. I want to copy from index.
Wait.
Do I want to bump up the index?
We're going to have to start... We're going to have to do the actual insertion and the bumping at the same time. Because we're going to... Because otherwise we're going to lose the index. So we're going to have to, like, start by grabbing the storage... And I guess moving that into Sinister Minstrels. Oh, in fact, you don't need the storage anymore because you're doing the insertion now.
Yeah. Yes.
So you start by leaving the storage where it is.
Yes, grabbing the deal out of the index.
Oh, and then putting it in Sinister Minstrel because you still need the extras. Yeah.
Exactly.
There is no swap operation. That's the problem.
Yes. But that's the thing is, like, I'm going to have 2 storage things that I'm constantly...
Yeah.
I'm not going to be constantly moving them around, I guess. Just the first time. Well, no, because then I could move the other one into storage if I wanted. Sinister Minstrels one.
Yeah, but I think that you're going to need to do that, and unfortunately, it's just a copy from copy 2.
Yes,
but I don't see a way of avoiding it, and that'll still maybe be 3 commands shorter overall. Copy from whatever is pointed by the index.
Yes. Oops. There we go. And then I want to put that into Sinister Minstrels.
So far, we're going strictly more code.
Yes. I'm just getting rid of all of this right now because I'll worry about all of that later. Because it's different.
Yeah.
I'll leave that, the jump back up. Because... where is that jumping to? Okay, that's when I'm
moving on to the next because you finished inserting.
Yes. Okay. So Yeah, and that's all fine.
Right. Now we copy from storage.
Yes. To the index. Oops.
And then we just start following a linear linked list for no reason.
Just go around in circles?
Yep.
Okay. No, okay, so we've done... Okay, we want to copy it to the index. Yeah, I think we want to copy it to the index.
Yep.
And then we want to copy from Sinister Minstrels into storage.
Yep.
And then we want to bump up the index. Bump it up.
See, but then you have to check whether the index...
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what's concerning me right now.
But I think that's fine, actually.
Oh, but that's right, because bump leaves it in your... Okay,
Yeah.
so all you need is a subtract and a jump.
Exactly.
So it's not that gross.
Exactly.
I should have counted how many commands we had before and how many we're left with now.
And then check. Jump if... wait, okay, so I'm... Yeah, jump if negative, right?
Yeah, but I think you want your entire thing to be... Like, the loop that you have on jump right now is the if negative case. Because if negative, that means you've gotten to the end.
Yeah, you mean move this all the way up, right?
Yeah, and move the other jump all the way down. Yeah,
that's exactly what I was going to do. Well, the other jump I might just be able to get rid of.
Well, I mean, you still need a loop.
yeah, so I can move that up, like, to... Oh, yeah, you're right, I do need...
But I think I would... Well, yeah, it would have been faster just to get rid of that jump and put it back again.
Okay.
I feel like jump if negative isn't right, but...
It might be 0.
Oh, in fact, wait, it's jump if negative. Jump if negative means it's okay. Jump if negative is the good case. I've led you down a terrible garden path.
Is it negative
because
or
we're moving up now. So the index is going to start lower than size -1.
Right.
And if it's 0, you're still okay because you want to get that last one in.
I want to put something at the end.
I feel like we might have an off by 1 problem, but we can just change where we bump up the size -1.
Now I don't remember where this went.
It should be...
I can check. It's there.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. So this might work.
This might work. Oh, wait. Are you bumping up the index?
I am.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that is jump if 0. Oh, of course, the final... Oh, damn it. The final value. Damn.
Yeah.
Because we shouldn't be copying from the index when that's the final value.
Yes. So we still need one more small case.
Yeah.
Right? So, oops. Yeah. So... What?
But I mean, one more small case, that's 2 extra commands.
That might still work. We'll see. I think it might actually still be shorter. Yeah, I'm sure
we're at 31 now.
31.
Okay.
Yeah, we need 34. So this might actually be perfect. Because I think we're gonna need 3 more. Because I need to jump to another place and then jump.
The jump if negative is here. Yeah.
So that's fine. I can just move this down here, do the little thing, and then jump up back up.
In that case,
and I think it's just 2 steps, so it's exactly right.
Yeah, copy from storage
Size-wise.
and copy to. Yeah. I think we've landed at essentially the program they expected us to.
Yeah. Copy from...
And in only...
Don't say. Wait, am I copying this to index, right?
Copying to the thing referenced by index, yeah.
Yes.
Did you bump up size +1? What? Oh, that jump if negative should be jump if 0.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had determined that previously. Oops.
Or the same jump if 0. Yeah, we just forgot to change that. What?
Empty value. I'm trying to grab from what's in... Because I bumped it up, and I'm trying to grab from what's in the next one.
1.
Because...
Oh, you want size minus 1 minus index, not index minus size minus 1.
That's going to be a problem.
Not particularly, because... No, that is a problem. Crap. Because, yeah, we were taking advantage of the bump plus operation doing nice things for us.
Yes. Would this be better if it was the other way around, if we were counting down instead of up?
Can we do the same? Oh, yeah, we can... Well, so down instead of up is what we were doing before.
I know, but before we had a very different insert code.
Right.
Remember the reason that we
So
wanted to do that was because the insert code made it easier with the ins index plus 1. We're not even using ins index anymore, which is kind of nice, I think. Yeah. So I think what I can do...
But the thing is, to do it the other way around, that would mean, like, copying to storage from the future. Because the storage is the value we are going to move to the right. Like, it's...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I mean, we still need the insertion index plus 1 in order to make use of that. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way of, like, rearranging the order that we do those things in to sort of do the copying from index into secondary storage last, and... But, I mean, you overwrite the index, so...
So, no, wait a second. Let's go back to what I was saying. If we're going higher to lower... Oh, no. Okay, that doesn't solve anything, because the whole problem here is not with the values themselves in the insert, it's with this.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so is there a different order that we can do things in?
Can we, just for the sake of argument, just to get it to a better state, can we do it the way, like, do the subtraction the way it ought to be, see if we can at least get it working again?
Sure, yeah. So I need to bump up the index, grab size plus 1, or minus 1, and then subtract the index.
Yeah. And then... I don't know if that's going to be jump if 0. I think it's jump if 0.
We'll see what happens.
But yeah, it'll either be jump if 0 or jump if negative. Turns out it's jump if negative. No, wait, that's... What?
Why am I holding a -1?
Oh, because it wasn't 0, it was negative.
Was this the problem? What's that?
I think that should be jump if negative, not jump if 0.
You think? I don't think that's going to fix it, but... Oh, I guess it will. That will be a problem.
How can it ever get there?
Because I have
a negative.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, then the index is negative.
Yes. Index is negative. Yeah, that's a problem.
The index is... How the hell is the index negative?
Because I'm using index instead of int index.
Oh.
And I forgot that I'm going to need index later. Am I? Why am I not resetting what index is?
Right. You don't care about index anymore because we're just inserting at the index.
Yeah, so I've copied from size -1 to the index. So how'd that get negative?
I'm very confused by how that got negative. That was...
Okay, let's see. Bump down the index.
Oh, God, of course, because there's the case where it belongs as the first element.
Yeah. And so...
And previously we were handling that, and now we're not.
Yes. But maybe that'll help with down here somehow.
Can we move the jump if negative case?
This one?
Sorry, the result to... Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't know. I'm quite confused right now. I'm not sure what the index is.
I think it is gonna have to do with this up here and how that interacts with the insert code.
I agree.
And do you think if we fast forward just a little bit, we can figure it out?
Let's fast forward just a little bit. Yahweasel solved it as always.
Yep, you sure did. That did not come to me.
It's finding these really disgusting solutions. So the problem was we couldn't reuse the code that was copying to for that last slot because there was nothing there. And so basically I said, well, if we bumped up the size first and just put garbage into the last slot, yup, we can reuse the code because now there's garbage in the last slot, but we just overwrite it. Who cares?
Yep. There's the
you
2,
can see
that's
this
garbage
insertion
2.
code right there.
And
I
then
start by putting
value.
garbage in the last slot.
There's the garbage 3. And then...
That is almost as disgusting as your cheeky one from a long time ago. The factorial by just printing one, or not factorial, Fibonacci by just printing one.
But yeah, this is 34 lines.
34 lines does appear to work.
Well, the episode is shorter than the amount of time that we spent on it.
It's still the longest episode in this series and will be amongst the longest
I'm sure that
archive episodes
Super Mario
on my
World
channel. Or is this
that
an odd
by quite a
number? Will it
bit.
be on yours?
Yes. I'm just saying, I think Super Mario World probably beats
there's certainly longer
like
ones.
A factor of 4. Negative input latency. I think it was over 2 hours long.
Did I?
Yeah, I think so.
But was it? So it was certainly over 2 hours of fiddle. Oh, that's right, because I never found. I sort of said that I was going to deal with it, and then I didn't, because I'm a lazy shit. In my head, I was like, really? Did I just leave? Yep, yeah, that's exactly what I did. Because the thing is, I was planning on fast forwarding until we succeeded, but then we didn't. So.
All right, that's it. Now let's watch the. Hey.
Green.
And by quite a bit.
And
let's continue to the elevator.
End program.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Become an invaluable instruction follower.
Yes, don't worry. Your job is safe. We've replaced you with this electric box.
It's called a computer. It iterates through a list of simple instructions called a program.
Wow.
A small amount of memory to store data while processing, like tiles on the floor.
It has inputs
and outputs.
Its simple instructions can be used together in infinite combinations to compute just about anything you can imagine.
A truly efficient worker that never sleeps.
It's going to change everything.
Please take your things and enjoy whatever it is you people do out there.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Enjoy your retirement in the destroyed world where robots rule. I've never seen this
I just
scene.
took the elevator down.
Oh.
Yay.
What a happy world we're in.
Yes.
I like how that is much more nicely, like that's real pictures sort of
I think
together.
that parking meter on the left is also a real picture. Yeah.
Yep.
Everything except,
I think like the building is everything except for people. Maybe the cars are fake too. Human resource machine. Created by these folks.
Hey, look, Carol survived the fall
Starring
from
those folks.
90-something
Carol's
floors.
having a bad time. Well, survived is relative. Thank you, translators. How many languages
I
was
saw
this
lots
in?
of Polish, yeah,
I guess
multiple
there maybe
translators
were
per, yeah.
more than one
Yeah.
translator for
I
some
saw
languages.
multiple Polish
but,
names.
Like, there's not a
multiple-
lot of
Well,
words in the game.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
there's
yeah.
like translator and then, checking and such to make sure the translation is good and all that, yeah. Thanks for playing, Mallow. Thanks for sitting here and staring at a game and being a lazy shit,
and
Yahweasel.
lording over me.
Hooray! Tomorrow
You hired a
Corporation.
thrilling sequel.
In a
7
thrilling
billion
sequel?
humans.
What thrilling sequel? Why? Could we purchase
Tell me
7 billion
more.
humans and play that?
Oh, it just opened up.
Yeah, that's just gonna pop up in a web
Well,
browser.
we'll see what
It's
happens.
not, that would be hilarious if, in order to play the sequel,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
actually
yeah.
needed to finish the first. Like they checked and it's like, okay,
Yes,
you've beaten
yes. I think
this, so
there
now
was a
you're allowed to
game-
purchase
I think
the
there was a
second
game like that.
game. Well, so Soda Drinker Pro, you get
Okay,
access
but-
to a game if you beat Soda Drinker
Yeah,
Pro,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
that's like they're both.
But no, I thought that
tongue-in-cheek,
there was a
sarcastic
game
games,
back in like
and
the
they're both
80s
free.
or
no, sorry, Soda Drinker
early
Pro wasn't
90s,
free,
like a
but-
computer game or something that required you to beat the first. Like you could buy the second, but you couldn't play it until you beat the first. Maybe not. Maybe I'm insane.
Wow.
No,
Did
no.
the second not
No, I
even
thought it
come
was
with
like
the
a
first?
separate.
if the
Like
second
it was
comes with the
released
first,
later. It was a
fine,
sequel.
Yeah. I understand what
I
you're
may be
claiming. I
wrong
just don't know
about
the
that.
game, so
Maybe-
it seems
Maybe
not
remember
necessarily
wrong.
impossible, but a little bit unlikely. So like. The Quest
Yeah,
for Glory
yeah.
games, obviously you didn't need to have
Yeah.
played the previous game, but you were hugely advantaged by having played the previous
Yeah,
games.
yeah. But that's
And
not
there's
what
a
I'm
lot of
talking about.
games that are like that, where like you can bring your character forward and you get huge advantages. But well, anyway, that was Human Resource Machine. This has been
long episode, indeed.
a long episode.
And have a great day. Oh, sorry.
Thanks for
You're
watching.
supposed to cheers.
Che-
Bye.
cheers from whatever. Bye.